guys, what is up and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, you should definitely subscribe. I post new videos every week, although I did just take like a 2-week break because I just needed a break. I started a new job Monday to Friday, so I don't have as much time to film. So for today's video, I'm doing a full face of drugstore makeup. I know makeup can be really expensive, so I wanted to share with you guys my favorite drugstore products from every category except for brows. And I kind of cheated with the eyes, but I don't think I really did. You can get it at the drugstore, but it's very drugstore priced. This is the look that I came up with. It's just a super natural, kind of bronzy glam. I know you guys like more natural looks since they're looks that are easier to do and that you can wear every single day. And if you guys like this video, give me a like so that I know for future videos. And if you guys haven't already, please subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss any of my videos. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so as I'm sure you guys can see, my eyebrows are already done. I don't have a drugstore eyebrow product. I'm so sorry. And I use the Anastasia Dip Brow. I've been using it for like 3 years now and I really like it. And I don't have anything else because I don't want to buy anything else if I wasn't really going to use it. But I will say I do really like the NYX brow pencil. I think it's a micro brow pencil. So if you do want an eyebrow product, that is what I would recommend. So I did that and I carved it out with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. So besides that, everything else is pretty well at drugstore. Okay, so first, I'm going to prime my face. I always prime before I do my eyes. So yeah, I'm using the Revolution Glass Skin Primer. This is the only drugstore primer I have. I also wanted to use it so I could give you guys an update about how I felt on it. Because if you watched my last video, you would know that I was a bit iffy on it and I wasn't sure how I felt, so I thought this way I could give you guys an update. So I like it. I like it after I've used it quite a few times after that video. The only thing I would say is if you want a long-lasting primer, don't buy this. But if you want for like a day where you're not going to be wearing makeup for a long time, or you just want really light makeup and you want like a nice summer glow, then I would definitely recommend this. If you have really oily skin, I probably wouldn't at all because it'll probably make your makeup slide off your face after like 0.9 seconds. But if you have normal to dry skin and like I said, you just want it for like an everyday, if you're just wearing makeup during the day or you're doing like kind of a no makeup look, then I would recommend it. So I'm going to prime my eyes and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Primers. I also used these in my last video. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about these. I think I do prefer a liquid eye primer. And these are a pot, but they are pretty good. They help the shadow stick. They are quite pigmented, which is what I especially look for, is an eye primer that can cover my veins and stuff like that, just so that your eyeshadow really pops. I did find since the video that using it on a flat brush like this is the Morphe 224. This is my favorite brush to cut my eyebrows and creases and also to put this primer down. It works a lot better than your finger or any other brushes that I personally tried. Okay, I'm kind of cheating for the drugstore eyes. I don't use drugstore eyeshadow palettes. Very few brands that are cruelty-free have drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I find a lot of the times they're patchy, they're not that pigmented, so I don't use drugstore eyeshadow palettes really. I did, if you saw my last video, try the e.l.f. bite-sized ones. I really like that, but I didn't want to use it again in a video since they're small. There's only so many looks you can do with them. So I'm kind of cheating. I am using Morphe palettes. So you can't get these at the drugstore, but they, in my opinion, are at drugstore prices. These two are a bit more expensive because they're collaborations, but they have a ton that, for the amount of shades you get, are maybe even cheaper than if you went to the drugstore and got that many. They often have sales, and I just love Morphe shadows. I think they're really pigmented, they blend really well, and they have a ton of different palettes for whatever kind of looks you want. The two that I have are the Jaclyn and Morphe Volume 1. Love this one, especially if you're more of a kind of neutral person and you want just a few pops of color to potentially use. And then I also have the James Charles one. I do like this one. I got this one mainly for the colors. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing today. Not probably something crazy, because I know that a lot of you guys like my more natural looks, because obviously that's the kind of things you're going to wear. So yeah, I will be just doing kind of a little simple look, just to show you guys some of my favorite colors. I'll probably do kind of a bronzy glam. I'm gonna just zoom you guys in so you can see better what I'm doing. I know that's really up close, but I'm going to take first the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna take this shade here, which is Silk Creme. It's a really nice transition shade, one of my favorites. And then I'm just going to take a kind of fluffier brush and just fluff this into my crease. This is my favorite transition shade. I'm almost hit pan. I think it is beautiful. Also, what do you guys think? I don't know if you saw, Morphe did a collab with Maddie Ziegler. I think that's how you say her last name. Which a lot of people thought was really random. I personally kind of did as well. But I will say the stuff looks really pretty, so I'm curious to see what you guys think. Maddie's obviously not really known for her makeup stuff. I mean, I think she's an amazing dancer and I really like her, but yeah, I know a lot of people were really surprised that that was one of their collabs that they did, so I'm curious to see what you guys think. I think the palette's actually really beautiful, and I really want to try her. She came out with like cream cheek products, I think, and some lip glosses, which both look really beautiful. So if you guys have tried any of the stuff she's come out with, let me know. So, and now that I laid down my transition shade, I'm just going to take a darker shade. I'm going to take this one, which is Pooter, and I'm just going to focus that a bit lower down. If you're kind of new to brushes, the smaller brushes allow you to be more precise and are a bit more forgiving than if you went in with like a huge fluffy brush and you got color everywhere. It would kind of be a mess. Like, smaller brushes allow you to kind of just put the color where you want it. So I'm just adding this to the outer corner as well, and then I'm kind of just lightly, not winging it out, but I'm just kind of lightly dragging it like that, if you can see. If you do kind of like a wing shape, it helps lift your eye. And I'm going to go back in with the original brush, and I'm just going to run along the edges. I'm not adding any more product. I'm just going to run along the edges to soften it a bit with the excess product that's left. Also, I really like this eye primer. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't worn eyeshadow really much since I filmed the last video because I kind of was taking a break from posting and filming, and I just was feeling kind of unmotivated, and I'm not the kind of person, I'm not gonna force myself if I feel unmotivated to film, because I don't want makeup to become a chore and something that I don't like. So I took a bit of a break, but I really like this. The eyeshadows are blending. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to do. Is just super simple. Then I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm going to go back in with that cream shade on the flat brush. And I'm just going to lay it down where I would usually cut my crease, but I'm going to bring it a bit farther up, if that makes sense. Hopefully you guys can see what I mean. So like that. can see. I'm not really going to bring it out much more, because I wanted this to be more defined. So then I'm going to go into the Morphe James palette. And I'm going to use the shade that I'm going to be using as a highlighter because I don't have a drugstore highlighter. So I'm going to use a shade from this palette, which I do all the time. I love it. Love, love, love it. And it is this shade. I believe it's called Face. As you can see, I've hit pretty almost pan. It's super beautiful. So yeah, I'm just going to be using that. I'm just going to put that on a flat brush. This is the M124. And just place that everywhere that I cut the crease. And then I'm just going to go back in with the Jaclyn palette and that small brush and the darker shade. And I'm just going to blend it to kind of blend the two shades together. So then this is what you are left with. I know, like I said, it's super simple, but this is something that I wear a lot. And so that's kind of all I'm going to do with this eye. So I'm just going to finish the other eye off camera. Okay, so finish my other eye. And I'm going to put on some mascara before I put on my lashes. So I wanted to share with you guys one of my favorite mascaras is the Essence Volume Stylist in the purple one. There's another color, I think. But I like the purple one. All of Essence's mascaras that I've tried are really good. They're super, super affordable, so I definitely recommend checking out their mascaras. This one's like $4, and I really like them. So yeah, I'm just gonna plop this mascara on, and then I'm gonna go put on some lashes. Alright, so I put some lashes on. These are the Ardell Wispies. This is what they look like. I get the big trays. I really like these ones, and then the other wispy ones that they have, I believe they're the 118, but I really like them. They're super natural. And then I use the House of Lash Glue, which is from Sephora, but the Duo Glue is from the drugstore, and it's super affordable, and I really like it. Then I'm gonna start my base. So I'm going in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. You can get this at most drugstores. You can now get it in Canada at Shoppers. This shade is not perfect for me right now at all. It's very light, but this is what I have. So I wanted to be able to show you guys. This is the packaging. It is a huge doe foot applicator, which I honestly really like. And I just put it all over my face. I'm in the shade F1 during the winter, if you guys were wondering. So that's what this shade is. This foundation is super full coverage. I really like it. Makeup Revolution is cruelty free as well. If you have really, really dry skin, you might not like this because it can be quite drying if you don't properly hydrate your face. So I'm going with a Morphe M6 foundation brush. I'm just gonna blend out this foundation. I don't know if you guys saw, they came out, Makeup Revolution, or the people who own it, came out with a new brand called XX Revolution, and their stuff looks really great. So I kind of want to try some, so let me know if you guys have. And like I said, this is ridiculous. The shade difference between my face and my neck is crazy. I am self-tanned, and so yeah, please don't come for me. I'm hoping after I've bronzed and everything, it'll look a bit better. It does oxidize a bit as well. Okay, so I tried to darken it up a bit. Didn't go very well, so just ignore my neck. I'm actually going to do a bit of cream contour, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. I do like this product. It's fairly affordable. As we can tell, I need all of the bronzing I can get right now with this foundation. So I'm just taking a Morphe E8 brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. All the Morphe brushes are super affordable as well, so. Oh, for reference, I'm in the shade light medium of the contour stick. There's one other darker shade, I believe. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is the hydrating one. I always blend my concealers with a sponge. I just prefer better. I've tried to use a brush, and it doesn't look as nice. I really like this. It's super beautiful. I personally, I think, like it better than the regular one. If you have super oily skin, I would go for the regular camo concealer, but this one is super beautiful, I think, for normal, combo, anyone else. The finish is super beautiful. So then I'm just gonna set my under eyes and my smile lines and just the other points of my face. I've really been liking, especially for the summer, not setting as much and doing a more kind of dewy look. So I'm taking the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder, and I'm going to take it on my sponge and I blend out the creases first, and then I just pack this in. And then I also blow out my cheeks and do my smile lines because I have pretty bad smile lines. So then I'm just going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula bronzer. And I'm going to take this big fluffy brush. I haven't used this bronzer in a while actually, but it is really nice. I'm sure you've heard a million people talk about it because everyone really likes it. I'm just taking it with a big fluffy brush and I'm just bronzing over where I put down the cream contour. So now that I have bronzed my face, I'm going to put some highlighter on. I always put highlighter on before blush, so that way once I put the blush on the top, it kind of blends them together and the highlighter is not just sitting on top. I always take some setting spray first and spray it on the high points of my face. Morphe setting spray, you know. And then I'm taking the same shade that I put on my lid from the James palette, the face highlight, and just putting it on the high points of my face. As you can see, it is beautiful, and wetting your face first just adds that extra pop. I'm just gonna go down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow. So then I'm gonna go in with some blush. If you guys have been following me, you know for a long time that this is like the only blush I use. This is my go-to favorite blush. Burt's Bees blush. This is the Toasted Cinnamon. Their formulas are really awesome. If you don't like this kind of shade, they have other shades, and I just highly recommend checking out their blushes. I don't think they get the hype that they deserve, and this shade is super beautiful, especially for the summer. If you want that bronzed kind of look, it blends in really well with your bronzer, and I just really love it. So now that that's done, I'm just going to set my whole face, the Morphe setting spray. I put so much setting spray on, as you can see. So then I'm going to finish up my lower lash line. I'm going to take that same small little flat brush and the darker shade, and I'm just going to run it underneath my lash line. Then I'm going to put mascara on my lower lash line. I'm going back in with the Essence mascara, the same one that I used on my lashes. Then I'm just going to go in with the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. This is in the shade Bear to Comment. This is my favorite lip liner. These lip liners are beautiful, and I really love this shade. They're super pigmented. And then I also kind of color in the corners. Oh, something I've been loving that's just super simple is taking a bit of concealer, putting it in the middle of this lip liner. You can leave it like this if you like. I'm gonna add a bit of gloss just because the whole look is kind of dewy, and my lips, it can be kind of drying with concealer. Just using the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer Clear Lip Gloss. These are new. I really like the formula of these. They are super glossy, super comfortable, and they don't feel sticky at all. That is it for this look and for today's video using all drugstore products. I genuinely love all of these products and I highly recommend them to all of you. I know makeup can be really expensive, so I hope that this video was helpful and showed you guys that you don't need to spend a ton of money to get a really nice, you know, kind of glowy look that you can wear every single day. So yeah, that is it for today's video. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up so I know. If you want me to do an updated one in the future, let me know in the comments below, and let me know any of your favorite drugstore products because I would love to try some new ones. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!